Tom Wieseckel von Entwickler.de. Hallo, ich bin in München auf den AngularJS Days und bei mir ist Raúl Jiménez.
Yep.
Yeah, that's spelled correctly. Raúl, your topic here at this conference is testing, unit testing and end-to-end testing.
Yeah.
So what's the main difference?
Well, the main difference between unit testing and end-to-end testing for me is that with unit testing, you test your code, and with the end-to-end testing, you are testing your application, if your application is working. And for example, I think that it's important that people work more on their end-to-end tests, because you can detect problems and bugs that are not related with your code. For example, I have this issue like 1 year and a half where we have our code with 100% coverage, everything was green and perfect, and then a new Chrome update was installed on the browsers, and our code was failing because this new update, and it was a problem with Chrome, which they made a release with a bug, and that made that our code fails, but our code was good, and it was only detected because we have a good end-to-end testing.
Okay, it took years to get unit testing settled in the minds of the developers. What are the steps to settle end-to-end testing?
Well, it's quite similar to unit testing. I mean, if you are used to work in with unit tests, if you start working with Protractor, which is the best choice when you are working with Angular, I think that it's quite easy. You can work with Jasmine and Karma also to write your tests. So your test suite is basically the same. You are writing almost the same tests, the same with the same framework, as I said, and the only thing that you need to have in mind is that your tests are atomized. That means that each end-to-end test can run alone, and it's not contaminated with the other tests.
Okay. So you already mentioned Karma and Protractor. So what is the perfect tool set for testing applications in Angular as good as unit tests and end-to-end tests? What's a perfect tool chain?
Well, for me, I'm working right now with Karma, Jasmine, as I said, for the test runner and the framework for testing, Jasmine 2. For me, it's way better than Jasmine 1. Then I'm using Karma, Istanbul 2 for the coverage, which is quite good. The new interface of Istanbul to see the coverage is really good. And then a Protractor for the end-to-end testing, and which is underneath, it's using Selenium Web Server.
Okay, we're talking about Angular applications. So what is the main difference between Angular and Angular 2 regarding the testing landscape? Is there any difference at all?
Between
Angular and
Angular
2?
1 and Angular 2. It's quite similar to there are some new things. For example, right now in Angular 2 you can and you should write your test with TypeScript, which is quite good because you can test types with types on the tests, and it's quite good because it helps you a lot to write the tests. And I think that apart from that, it's quite similar. You have a new test suite, well, not the suite, test framework from Angular 2, that you have the test component builder, for example, that allows you to do unit tests on your template, which is really good because to do that on Angular 1 was kind of tricky. And in Angular 2 you can do that, and it's really good to use the test component builder when you are used to work with it, which is, everything that it's new could be tricky, will be hard. But when you start and you are used to, it's really good.
Okay, from your point of view, TypeScript was the perfect choice for Angular 2?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I've been following TypeScript, I think that from 0.6 version, something like that. I mean, I've been working with TypeScript for a lot of years, and I really like it. I just didn't use TypeScript with Angular 1 because I think that it was a little bit forced. But with Angular 2, it's just awesome. It's the perfect match, you know?
Okay. And will JavaScript be there? So right now there's the ECMAScript 2016 standard. Mm-hmm. 2 changes or 2 new features. It's not that much, but it might become more. So for the next few years, TypeScript, in your opinion, will be the future of JavaScript?
Well, I think that it could be. In fact, there is this, not rumor, but people are still talking that maybe TypeScript could be the new ECMAScript 7 or 8. So there is definitely this conversation on internet about if TypeScript is going to rule or not. But when we are talking about enterprise applications, types matter. You know, types are important, and I think that some guys are going to be happy with ECMAScript 6, and others will be using TypeScript, and that's the good thing about everything, that you can choose.
Okay. Regarding the upgrade, so there's a transformation from Angular 1. Right now it's the version to use, and we've got Angular 2 in beta 11. Regarding the tests, are we there? Are we safe to migrate from Angular 1 to Angular 2 with all the tests we've got already?
Yeah, I think that it's a good choice. I mean, if you have a very big application, you are going to have a very good work in front of you, you know, to do this migration. But I think that if you have something, you know, that have started maybe 2-3 months ago, and you have not that much code, do a migration could be a good move, because you are going to develop faster later.
Okay. Thanks for the insights.
Thanks to you.
Thanks for taking time, and I hope I see you around.
Okay. Bye.